Welcome, friends. My name is Avinash Gorakshekar, and I welcome all of you to another interesting episode of Konexio HighFlyers. Friends, in these episodes, we talk to you about emerging companies from emerging sectors, and in this process, we talk to the promoters of such companies. We get to know the company's business model, their future growth plans, and their business journey, so all of us can understand, the company's operations in a much better manner. And friends, today we have got a very interesting company which is going to hit the capital markets very soon. The company's name is K2 Infragen Limited, which is a well-known company in the EPC space. And we have the pleasure of having Mr. Pankaj Sharma, who is the managing director of the company. Pankaj ji, thank you very much for sparing your valuable time with us today. I'm pretty sure that in this small interaction, we'll be able to understand your company's operations in a much better way.
Yeah, thank you, Raji, and thank you everybody for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
So, Pankaj ji, first question, which is very important as well as elementary. If you could tell us, what is the positioning of our company in the EPC space, and what exactly kind of verticals do we work? Like, which are the areas? We have read your presentation prospectus. तो उसमें काफी सेगमेंट्स में आपके हमारी कंपनी काम करती है. तो इसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए. एंड सेकेंडली, पंकज जी, इफ यू कैन शेयर विद अस, योर बिजनेस जर्नी. हाउ डिड यू स्टार्ट एंड गेट इनटू दिस बिजनेस? Was it a family owned business or was it a first generation effort?
Yeah, thank you. I think let's start with that how we incubated this company and why we incubated this company. It is important to know everybody that why we incubated this company. This is a first generation company. It's nothing. I'm taking the legacy here. I'm ex-Tata and then started my own ventures. I have a telecom venture also, and then getting into the infra domain. Actually, when I'm going through the infra domain, I just found that in India, apart from L&T and Tata, there are very limited companies which are working in all the domain of infra. And the basic reason behind, I feel it because the demand and supply of any particular domain of infra, either it is road, railway, or everything, it's huge because we are still on the, you can say, developing stage. But what I thought that like after 15, 20 years, if somebody look into the infra, what probably they will be looking for. So they will be looking for a company will be having a credential in all the domain, and there how you are getting the benefit of synergy benefits. So we actually started our journey in this way that after 15, 20 years, we will be like an L&T or Tata, and probably we will be working and serving in all the domain of infra. So that is how we incubated this company. We incubated this company in 2015 when we incubated this company. And after that, COVID was also there. So there was a lots of up and downs were there. Presently, we are working in, I'd say, 5 domains of infra. When I mention it is 5 domains of infra, I take it like road, railways, water pipeline, gas pipeline, and T&D. And building is the, you can say, common part for all the infra. We work for country infra only. We don't work for any private body. We are working for only country infra as of now. And our experience or credential we gained from for road projects, for railway, for water pipeline and buildings. T&D and gas pipeline are probably the future businesses which we will add in our infra domain, as we have a strategically, you can say, frame our journey that in coming 10 years, how we are going to tap the another infra domain. So as of now, we were supposed to tab only these you can say sectors. We have actually done that. Uh, this is the model. Model is simple that we want to have it give the you can say give the deliverables which are more on the quality side and more on the delivery side, because the basic infra problem in any of the project as of now in country any company is there. There are very limited or you can say organized players are there and they are focusing towards the delivery. So this was the basic you can say basic focus towards the getting into the infrastructure side. And when it comes to delivery, your quality and your manpower matters a lot. So we have a good people on board, lots of skill set and more experienced people are there from the industry.
Okay, so understood. I think Pankaj ji very nicely articulated by you. Now tell me, Pankaj ji, within the EPC space, all the 5 segments which you mentioned, how big is the opportunity for all these segments? I know roads, pipelines. I mean, the opportunity is very large. But what is the kind of signal you are getting, from your customers? Like, अगले 2-3 साल में, what is the kind of opportunity which is going to, happen, and how is the company going to capitalize on this? If you could just tell me what is the thought process, how the company plans to capitalize for this immense growth, which India is going to see, and obviously EPC companies like you should also benefit.
अविनाश जी मैं मतलब जैसे आपने कहा बहुत अच्छा कहा कि बिकॉज इट इज एक्चुअली इम्पोर्टेंट दैट हाउ यू सी द अपॉर्चुनिटी इन द मार्केट एंड व्हेन यू आर गेटिंग इनटू अ बिजनेस इट इज समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट how you are actually looking the opportunity. When we incubated that company, if you remember, there was a WDFC, Western Dedicated Freight Corridor, was a very big project, and every means government side also very push was there. L&T has taken the lots of dedicated freight project, and so that way when we started, we actually started with the L&T with that side, and there how we got the opportunity and we trapped that opportunity and we actually work for their WDFC projects in the building side and all this side. After that, when we grow, we little bit, as we know, as I mentioned you that we were looking for the opportunity towards our different domain. Then probably we got the opportunity of Bharatmala. Bharatmala was again the opportunity in the market, and everybody was go towards that. All government was focus was that side, that to connect the Bharatmala. So that was again the opportunity. We actually trap it, and then we get into the road side also. So railway roads this way. Today, from last year, I think in 70,000 crore of budget has been allocated for the JGM, Jal Jeevan Mission. And it's a big project of water pipeline which is going on. And actually, we last year also we trapped the same thing, and we got the JGM project. The basic thing which actually helped us in acquiring all these projects was that the fundamental of any company, because as I mentioned you, big players, or you can say double A contractor, or the you can say companies which are directly associated with government, they were looking for the organized player. They are looking for the professional guys. So that was the first thing. As a board member, we have a guys from the PWD, we have a guys from the HG Infra, we have guys from the GR Infra. So lots of senior people are there. Even from the power grid, also the people are there. The another thing which actually differentiates us was the machines, because I feel most of the guys who are working in this domain, they are I'm not say, but actually in my grade, or you can say to the lower to the grade people, they are work on the lease model. They take the machines on lease and then they do the job. So indirectly, if you see, the vision is very clear that is short term gain is there, because if a person want to be in a long term player, he want to grab the asset as much as possible, because that asset will not only help you to deliver but also is actually making bad impact, and your balance sheet also getting heavy. So that is the how we look the opportunity. Coming years also again, I will say TND and the water supply will be the our focus area, where we will grab the businesses, you can say. So this is what I will say as of now, how we are grabbing, and we are moving ahead. The players which we work for, I just want to name it, and we want to give the thanks to them. We work for L&T, we work for the Delhi Buildcon, we have worked for HG Infra, Gower, you can say today Vindhya Telelink. So PWD, we are double A contractor of Rajasthan also, MP government also. So these are the you can say these are the esteemed customers actually, because of which we are today here. So this is
I
what
think
my solution.
I think Pankaj ji very nicely said. In fact, your customers are also equally very impressive. So it's good to know that you are working with these customers. पंकज जी मेरे को बताइए सर हमारा ऑर्डर बुक करंटली कितना है और आउट ऑफ दिस ऑर्डर बुक you mentioned that one or two segments where the main focus area will come, but can we get a breakup? रोड से कितना है, पाइपलाइन से कितना है, मोटा मोटी अगर आप थोड़ा सा हमको परसेंटेज बताएं कि ये जो ऑर्डर बुक है ये ज्यादातर कौन सा काम पे आप करने वाले हो, ये अगर आप बताएं.
Actually, as of now, we have a 395 crore order book is there, where you can say around 188 is from the water side, and 100 and you can say 120 is around road project as there, and there is another, yeah, we call it railway come Adani also, because it will be comes under solar park also. So balance is from there.
Okay. And Pankaj ji, do we have any geographical area where we are operating or are we operating pan India? इसके बारे में बताइए.
No, no, we started. I just say we are working 8 states as of now. Yes, our wish list is pan India also and globe also. But as of now, I will say we are working for. You can say you can take it the name as Rajasthan, MP, UP, Karnataka, Delhi NCR, and Haryana. So these are the states where we are right now. We are focusing towards north and the south area. The reason is very clear, because lots of road projects are on this side, and JGM as a project also started from the UP side and MP side. So that is the why. as I mentioned you, the opportunities are a little bit on this side. So that is one reason we are just focusing to do this. But coming years, we have a very clear cut mandate that we should be working with globe. Means it is nothing like pan India, but I'm saying it for the globe also.
Yeah. Okay. Pankaj ji, now tell me one thing, two things. One is normally EPC projects जब हम complete करते हैं तभी थोड़ा सा margin money is kept by the customer. So मोटा मोटी in our EPC business, what is the kind of margin money kept by the clients? Like typically in our business, is it 5%, 10%? And secondly, when you float the tenders, for EPC tender business होता है, so normally in how much time is the tender opened, and within how much time you come to know that a contract has come to you or has it gone to somebody? So normally ये जो tendering process होता है वो कितना लंबा होता है after the tender is announced?
एक्चुअली लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ योर फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन की टेंडरिंग में कितना टाइम लगता है. यूजुअली जो टेंडरिंग प्रोसेस होता है, अगर आप टेंडर फ्लॉट हुआ है और उसको लेके बिड करके आप उसको विन करते हो तो उसमें 4 मंथ्स लग जाता है. और व्हेन यू स्टार्ट इट उसमें और थोड़ा टाइम लगता है. बट बेसिकली आई टेल यू, एज आई मेंशनड यू कि वी वर ऑन द स्टार्टअप फेज एंड वी आर मूविंग अहेड. सो उसमें हमने मोस्ट ऑफ द जो काम लिया वो बैक टू बैक में लिया फ्रॉम द पार्टीज व्हिच हैज ऑलरेडी वॉन इट एंड दे गॉट द LOA लेटर ऑल्सो. जो हमने गवर्नमेंट के साथ किया उसमें भी हमारे को एक्चुअली 1.5-2 महीने लगे. और बीच में बिकॉज ऑफ सम रीजंस, पॉलिटिकल रीजंस, कहीं कहीं इट्स टोटली डिपेंड अपॉन कि LOA का लेटर आपको कब मिलता है. बिकॉज लैंड एक्विजिशन प्लेज ए वाइटल रोल कि एक्चुअली कब आपको लैंड एक्विजिशन मिल रही है. अदरवाइज मैं आपको कहूँगा कि around from the day the tender has floated in the market and then you start work, I think 3-4 months, 4 months is a good enough time to you can start work. But people, or you can say anybody who want to work in a, you can say when he or she start, they don't want to quit it. So there are geographical reasons, there are weather condition due to which probably you have found कि बहुत लोग कहते हैं कि 6 महीने 8 महीने लगते हैं. बट उसके पीछे रीजन शायद 6 महीने 8 महीने ऐसा नहीं है कि अलॉट नहीं होता. इट इज आपकी खुद की चॉइस है कि आप रेनी सीजन में स्टार्ट नहीं करना चाहते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ योर ओवरहेड्स ज्यादा बढ़ेंगे. बट दैट इज इट. बट गवर्नमेंट ऑलवेज गिव अ गुड इनफ टाइम टू कंप्लीट द प्रोजेक्ट.
Pankaj ji, one question which I wanted to know, what is the normal retention money in our business? कितना retention
अराउंड
money?
5%, अराउंड अविनाश जी 5% होता है. और बीच में कोविड के टाइम पे गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से रिलैक्सेशन था तो काफी, अदरवाइज नहीं तो 5% to 10% वैरी करता है different domain of projects में. Like there are in roads also, there are you can say slabs where 5% is okay, but there are slabs where 10% they are taking it. Same way in आप ये कह सकते हैं कि water supply में भी यही होता है.
And Pankaj ji, normally after retention money, I just want to know what is the payment cycle. कितने time में normally is the payment cycle quite efficient, because now government is also confident and disbursing funds quite regularly. तो सर हमारा पेमेंट साइकिल, वर्किंग कैपिटल साइकिल अगर हम पूछे तो मोटा मोटी सर वो कितना है?
मैं आपको वैसे कहूँगा अविनाश जी, गवर्नमेंट की साइड से बहुत अच्छा जो स्ट्राइव चला है, जो कि किसी भी EPC कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स के लिए या EPC बिजनेसमैन के लिए काफ़ी सपोर्टिव है. एंड थैंक्स टू गडकरी जी, आई थिंक फॉर दैट दे हैव नाउ द सिक्योर बॉन्ड इज देयर. सो इफ यू वांट टू बिड समथिंग, इट इज नॉट दैट EMD आपको पूरा पैसा, मतलब आपको कैश देना है या आपको अपने बैंक बैलेंस में से निकालना है. देयर आर द सिक्योरिटी बॉन्ड्स आर देयर वेयर यू कैन बिड इट. सेम वे जो परफॉर्मेंस बैंक गारंटी जो पहले अगेन जो पूरा सबमिट होता था 60 डेज के अंदर, एंड दैट वाज ए ग्रेट इम्पैक्ट फॉर द कैश फ्लो. बिकॉज जो स्टार्टअप कंपनीज होती थी उनके मार्जिन, उनको बैंक से इतनी मार्जिन में नहीं मिलती थी बैंक गारंटी जितने की एक यू कैन से एस्टेब्लिश प्लेयर है. तो आप इक्वालिटी नहीं कर पाते थे एक्चुअली. आप बट नेचुरल है, किसी की अगर मार्जिन 10% की है और किसी की मार्जिन 50% की है, तो उसको 10 करोड़ की बैंक गारंटी देने के लिए एक को 1 करोड़ रुपए देना और एक को 5 करोड़ देना है. सो योर वर्किंग कैपिटल साइकिल मतलब बहुत ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट करता है. तो थैंक्स टू दैट आई थिंक दिस इज अ ग्रेट स्ट्राइव एंड वी ऑल आर टेकिंग बेनिफिट ऑफ इट. और वी होप दैट अपार्ट फ्रॉम रोड ये बाकी सब में भी आए तो बहुत अच्छा होगा. दैट्स अ सबमिशन. एंड नाउ कमिंग टू द आपकी जो साइकिल की बात है, आई विल से ये अगेन एक फेज की बात होती है, कंपनी किस फेज पे चल रही है. व्हेन वी आर वर्किंग विद एंड यू कैन से डायरेक्टली विद ए कॉन्ट्रैक्टर, आपका उस समय आपकी जो मैं कहता हूँ अंडरस्टैंडिंग या आपकी जो मार्जिन है उस पर डिपेंड करता है. पीपल आर देयर आर कंपनीज विच आर गुड कंपनीज, I can name it like Vinaya Telelink also, which gives a good working capital within 60 days also, but there are companies which work on the milestone basis, they can go up to 100 plus also. So
Exactly.
between आप ये कह सकते हो 100 के plus में working capital रहता है, 100 days के आसपास.
समझ गए। पंकज जी, अभी एक बात बताइए कि सर ओवरऑल आवर कंपनी हैज बीन डिलीवरिंग सर्विसेज टू वेरी रेप्यूटेड कस्टमर्स। आपने काफी कस्टमर्स के नाम लिए। सर इन योर असेसमेंट, फॉरगेट अबाउट द फाइनेंशियल नंबर्स, वो तो सभी को पता है, बट इन क्वालिटेटिव टर्म्स हाउ आर वी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर्स? लाइक आर वी डिफरेंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ द डिलीवरी, द एग्जीक्यूशन, maybe the overall designing of the project? As a EPC player, what value do you get on the table so that people come and give us the orders and they are more than happy and satisfied with our services? Sir, 2 3 qualitative points if you can share.
Thank you, Avinaji. Thanks for asking this question because this is more important. I will say कि how people differentiate K2 from others. So the basic differentiation, as I mentioned you, that we are end to end. We are doing end to end work. So in a turnkey project, normally means if you give a satisfaction to your customer that you are here for everything, single window solution you are having, that gives a big comfort. So starting from designing till implementation of everything, we actually do. The another you can say why K2 comes in the market. Then another thing comes as a professional. The after that also systems and process. The level of company we are having, we have a system process like we have in SAP in our system. We have a proper team who has a quality monitoring team is there. So these are the some perks we can give it to our customer apart from other players are not giving it. So this is how we differentiate it. About the delivery and you can say margins. Yes, probably to enter the businesses, sometimes cost-effective competition you have to give it, but we don't compromise in that way that our quality will get impact. So it is very clear, and it took some time, but now we have made it. Now we made it that image that our player knows, our customer, existing customer as of now knows that if K2 is there, then you don't have to worry for all these things. Okay, they will take 2 rupees more, but the work will be on you can say satisfactory level.
Okay. I think understood. Pankaj ji, now on the financial side, we have seen a very dramatic improvement. In fact, बहुत अच्छा improvement हमने देखा है. Turnover भी आपका कुछ 75 crores हो गया है. Profit after tax भी 11.32 crores था. मेरे को बताइए सर, पिछले साल, that is for FY22, what was the problem? We saw that the profitability was small, but then इस साल profitability भी काफी बढ़ी है. तो इसमें कोई special reason है जहाँ पे profitability बढ़ी है? और आगे सर what kind of trend do you see? Because now already FY24 is more or less complete. तो सर इसके बारे में बताइए।
एक्चुअली अविनाश जी एक्चुअली ना FY22 में ना एक पोस्ट कोविड का इम्पैक्ट भी था और साथ में क्या था कि उस समय कंस्ट्रक्शन बिजनेसेस में लिमिटेड थे कि जहाँ पे मतलब आप कह लो कि आप डिलीवर कर पा रहे थे एंड K2 एज ए ग्रुप कंपनी में रिसाइकलिंग और क्लाउड इज ऑल्सो देयर। सो क्या हुआ था हमने वहाँ पे रिसाइकलिंग बिजनेस भी साथ में किया विच इज ए लेस मार्जिन बिजनेस है। हमने बाद में वो एबिटा को इम्पैक्ट कर रहा था तो वी हैव टेकन द बोर्ड हैज टेकन द स्ट्रेटेजिक कॉल दैट वी हैव मेड द K2 Recycler Private Limited different company altogether.
Right.
So that was the basic reason जहाँ पे last और हमने as I mentioned you कि good professionals are there, system process are there, so we don't compromise on that. So probably आप कह सकते हो कि थोड़ा सा overheadings या overheads की costing थी जिसका impact आया, but basic reason ये था कि वो overheading से ज़्यादा कि वो tenure ऐसा था कि उस tenure पे काम नहीं हो सकता था. 6 months is gone because of COVID, कुछ कर नहीं सकते थे आप. तो आप कितना भी रिकवर करने की कोशिश किए बट प्रोबेबली कहीं ना कहीं एबिटा पॉजिटिव हो पाए हम पैट पॉजिटिव नहीं हो पाए और हमने इन्वेस्टमेंट जैसे मशीन्स में कर दिया था अर्ली 22 में मशीन्स को इन्वेस्ट कर दिया था। अब हमें मतलब एक्चुअली नोबडी नोज इट ना कि मार्च 20 ऐसा होने वाला है। सो देयर वाज सम रीजन उसका पोस्ट कोविड का इम्पैक्ट आया था। लास्ट ईयर हमने कोई बहुत एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी वाली बात नहीं है सर बट सेम एज आई मेंशन यू कि एंड टू एंड कस्टमर्स हैं एवरीथिंग है हमारे पास स्किल सेट था सब कुछ था। हमने मैन पावर ओरिएंटेड में भी काम किया हमने डिजाइनिंग्स के साथ में काम किया जो हमारे ईपीसी का एक बहुत बड़ा पार्ट था। सेम जेजीएम आई विल से कि जल जीवन मिशन इज अ बिजनेस व्हिच इज अ न्यू इन मार्केट एंड कंपेयर टू अदर रिकरिंग बिजनेसेस व्हिच इज गोइंग ऑन। गवर्नमेंट की बहुत सारी सपोर्ट के कारण एम्प्लॉयमेंट देने के कारण या बहुत सारे कारण उसमें आई विल से कि लिटिल बिट ऑफ मार्जिन्स आर देयर। सो हमने उसको अगेन अपॉर्चुनिटी को वैसे ट्रैप किया। वी नो दैट वी आर वेरी वेल नोन कि एक्चुअली किस बिजनेस में इम्पैक्ट हमारे को क्रिएट करेगा। मैं आपको बहुत छोटी सी बात बताता हूँ कंपनी ऐसे बहुत छोटी है हम लोग मतलब कंपेरेटिवली मैं अभी कहूँगा कि वी आर लॉन्ग वे टू गो बट स्टिल बिफोर चूजिंग एनी कस्टमर वी एक्चुअली गो टू देयर चार्जेस ऑल्सो। जो एक बैंक करता है वो हम भी करते हैं कि वी वांट टू सी द इंटेंशन ऑफ द पीपल विद whom we are working. सो कहीं ना
एग्जैक्ट।
कहीं मैं कहूँगा कि उनका भी हमें बहुत सपोर्ट मिला, और जब इंटेंशन था कि काम कंप्लीट करना है और डिलीवरी के अंदर
हाँ,
करना है, तो दे एक्चुअली
बिल्कुल।
गिवन द बेनिफिट ऑल्सो।
आई थिंक अंडरस्टूड। पंकज जी, अभी सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, इफ यू कुड टेल अस समथिंग अबाउट द forthcoming IPO of the company. Sir, what is the size of the IPO? What is the objective you're raising funds? If you could give us some idea.
साइज ऑफ द आईपीओ इज 40 सीआर, आई थिंक आप देख सकता है, और वी आर of the around 34 lakh shares will be in the market. Our invest, you can say the raising fund, the basic reason behind is that, as I mentioned you, that capital expenditure में हमने capital में machines को ऊपर अपनी हमारे को जो grip करनी है वो fund वहाँ पे utilize होगा. There will be a fund on the working capital also, since you know that we are going actually growing exponentially, means from the again from 66 to this year again 110 and plus. So in that, what is happening that we are actually that because as I mentioned you, that cycle is around 100 days. So working capital requirement is increasing, because if you have to keep on increase, you can say increasing our business, the gestation period required that money. So the usage of the money will be there. No buyout, nothing. All shareholders, everybody will be on the board. There is nothing that we are paying off, means any shareholder is taking money, nothing. All money will be put it on the growth capital, and we are putting up for the company. And with this capital, we are assuming that we can touch very easily till 500 numbers, can be very easily, can be, and with the help of accurates, we can go even more than that. So this is the normal. We will come on the main line also after a certain year. I will say after certain year that you will see the K2 Infra in the main line again. But this is what where the funds will be used, and the long vision is very, means as I mentioned you, we want to be a company which will be admirable and which will can be known for in their work. So that is how we are moving on.
I think nicely put out again, Pankaj ji. Pankaj ji, last question now. You have, this is a first generation company, as you told us. Now, in your entire career, what have been the key challenges which you have managed? COVID to एक challenge था, it was there for everybody. But otherwise, business is always something which, ups and downs होते रहते हैं. तो ऐसा कोई challenge जहाँ पे, you bounced back, and you came out of it successfully. And second question जो बहुत important है कि हमारे धंधे में सर सबसे बड़ा रिस्क क्या है? इज इट एग्जीक्यूशन? अगर टाइम पे हम लोग ने प्रोजेक्ट डिलीवर किया तो उसके अलावा और कोई बड़ा रिस्क है हमारे धंधे के लिए?
देखिए, मैं अविनाश जी इसको पहले स्टार्ट करता हूँ एज ए, जब मैंने कहा कि फर्स्ट बीट ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योर वाली बात है, सो आफ्टर एज आई मेंशन यू आफ्टर लीविंग टाटा, पहली कंपनी टेलीकॉम की है विच इज ऑल्सो नंबर वन ऑपरेशन मेंटेनेंस कंपनी, लीडिंग ऑपरेशन मेंटेनेंस कंपनी ऑफ इंडिया. सो दैट इज देयर. Coming to the geographical, उससे हमें काफ़ी, we are present in that company, we are present in pan India basis, apart from 2-3 states. जब इंफ्रा में एंटर किए तो वी नो दैट चैलेंजेस कहाँ पे आने वाले हैं, जो हमारे को जोग्राफिकल इशू या वेदर इशू कंडीशंस हमारे को इम्पैक्ट करेगी. और मैं आपको कहूँ कि ये सिंस फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग मैं रिस्क में बिलीव बहुत वैसे करता हूँ कि रिस्क मिटिगेट पे ज़्यादा ध्यान देते हैं. रिस्क तो बिजनेस, इफ़ यू आर डूइंग बिजनेस, मतलब मेरा मानना है कि आप पॉजिटिव साइड ज़्यादा देखें, आपको बहुत सारी चीज़ें दिखेंगी. नेगेटिव साइड देखना है तो फिर तो आई थिंक बहुत सारे लोग हैं वो आपको बता देंगे. तो मेरा पॉइंट ये था कि जब भी हमने इंटर किया, हमें पता था, हमने पीछे की लेगेसी में या बड़ी बड़ी जर्नी जो जीआर इंफ्रा ने देखी है या गावर ने देखी है, एलएनटी ने की है. एलएनटी स्टार्टेड विद एन you can say machine renting company and then become an LNT today. So there was an, you can say there are the things which they have did rightly and on a right time, and that is how. So basically आपको आज के दिन ईपीसी में यस प्रॉब्लम है, ईपीसी में रिस्क है. वो रिस्क ये है कि जो जोग्राफी, जो वेदर और जो पॉलिटिकल, ये तीनों इन्वायरमेंट से आप जब भी बिजनेस का सिलेक्शन करते हो, आप किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट का सिलेक्शन करते हो, आई विल से कि देयर वेयर यू हैव टू बी वेरी लिटिल बिट ऑफ कंजर्वेटिव, और आई विल से मोर स्मार्ट, और थोड़ा इंटेलेक्चुअल होना पड़ेगा वहाँ पे, क्योंकि बिजनेस चूज ईपीसी में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्ले करता है. एक आपने मतलब देखा होगा, सुना होगा, बहुत सी कंपनी ईपीसी में अच्छा करते करते सडनली ड्रॉप डाउन हुई, या बहुत सी कंपनी नहीं करते करते सडनली अप हो गई हैं. तो उसके पीछे रीजन है कि दैट प्रोजेक्ट्स, दैट वो जो चूज जो किया जा रहा है प्रोजेक्ट, उसका क्या मैटर करता है. ऐसे सो कॉल्ड आज के दिन जिस तरह की गवर्नमेंट से सपोर्ट है, जिस तरह से गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से फैसिलिटीज हैं, रिस्क मैंने जैसे आपको यही बताया था, सिक्योरिटी बॉन्ड वाली बात है, आपका रिस्क काफी मिटिगेट हो चुका है. बट द अनलेस एंटिल इफ योर इंटेंशंस आर राइट, इफ यू आर डूइंग इट इन अ प्रॉपर वे, I always say 4M's plays a vital role for any business, which is your manpower, machines, material, and money. So if you are utilizing this 4M in a proper, you can say ratio composition, I don't think anything is risk, because as a businessman, I can say exploration is my job and to see the opportunity is my job. So I found a lot of opportunity in this space, or I'm very sure after even 20 years also there are lots of spaces there still, because अभी तक हम लोग saturation तक पहुंचे नहीं है, हम synergy अभी भी छोड़ चुके हैं, अभी हम normal बात कर रहे हैं. So after 15 years
I think
probably.
I think very nice to hear the optimism from you, and you rightly are positive, because sir India में तो growth potential बहुत बड़ा है. There is no doubt about it. But sir, thank you very much for sparing your valuable time with us, Pankaj ji, and best wishes to you and best wishes to your entire management team from our side, and best wishes for your forthcoming IPO also, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Vinaji. Thanks a lot. Thank you, everybody.